Hello, everyone. I'm Saran Poshyachinda, Executive Director of the National Astronomical Research Institute of Thailand. I've got to thank the organizing committee for allowing me to share our experience with you regarding public outreach and public engagement we do extensively in Thailand by NARIT. Let me share the slides, please. Well, this is the title of my talk, Public Engagement to the Education and Outreach Activities Conducted by NARIT and its Impact. I hope I can finish this within the given 10 minutes. Well, Thailand is a developing country. We use astronomy as a tool for human capacity building and to inspire people and cultivate interest in science and train skilled people and society to develop deep technology. You probably wonder how we get a lot of support from the government, even though Thailand is a developing country, classified as an upper middle income country. Well, when we share the same problem with many countries, people lack access to astronomy knowledge and information. We therefore play an active role in public education, share astronomy news and information via social media, and set up regional observatories with telescopes and planetarium to cover the geographic need around the country. This is how we started. In order to get public attention and public support, we, as an organization, started officially around more than 12 years ago. And in the beginning, while waiting for the first major facility to be completed on the mountain in Thailand, we started to provide the public with very intensive program of public outreach and public engagement. We went out to do stargazing, to organize stargazing events, to organize other activities around the country. And now we have more than 50 staff dedicated for public outreach and public engagement. A little about the infrastructure of NARIT. Apart from the Thai National Observatory, which hosted the 2.4 meter telescope on the summit of the highest mountain in Thailand, as well as the second upcoming national facility, the 40 meter radio telescope outside the city of Chiang Mai. A few years ago, we started to set up small observatories dedicated for public outreach mainly. And we call those regional observatories for the public around the country. And in the first phase, 5 of them planned to be, and so far 3 have been completed with 1 more under construction. And next year we're going to start to build a new one. These are the pictures taken from the regional observatories for the public. The first one finished in 2014 in Nakhon Ratchasima, second one outside of Bangkok in Chachoengsao, and in the south of Thailand in the province of Songkhla. That's a beautiful observatory. And the one under construction, which we plan to open officially next year, is the one in Khon Kaen in the northeast of Thailand. These 4 have very similar components. They all have a small planetarium. They all have a medium-sized telescope, 0.7 meter at each of them, as well as an area for organizing outdoor activities. In the city of Chiang Mai, just on the outskirts of the city, where our headquarters of NARIT is located, we call this the Princess Sirinthorn Astro Park. And Princess Sirinthorn Astro Park, or the Astro Park, is quite different from headquarters of the other institutes around the world, in the sense that it's got a large planetarium, 160 seater, and also it's got a large area for exhibition, for astronomy exhibition, as well as a small observatory for the public to do stargazing On weekends and on weekdays, we support visits by schools and prearranged groups to our observatory. So we open a whole week actually. Public outreach activities that we support ranging from museum and planetarium show at those locations. We do public talks around the country from time to time whenever there's an event like 50th anniversary of Apollo or landing on Mars or whatever. We do open house to show to the students and schools when they come to visit to look at the national facilities as well as the labs that we used to develop our own technology in several areas. We do also trainings for amateur astronomer, especially astrophotography, as well as stargazing and even techniques used in observation and astrophotography. And we organize special phenomena events like observing meteor showers, whatever, whenever there's an occasion or opportunity arises. And also on weekends, we provide support to the public by organizing public nights at those locations, at the four locations. Regarding education activities, we provide workshops, schools, and other trainings to teachers or people who interested in developing certain engineering skills, as well as participating in the National Science Fair every year. One project worth mentioning is that so far we have handed more than 425 centimeter Dobsonian telescopes to more than 400 schools across the country, and those Dobsonian telescopes designed and built here in Thailand, and the schools now work together with our staff to support the interest of younger generations in astronomy around the country. The number of people is the testament of our success. The last year, even though the spread of the pandemic COVID-19 virus, we still hosted more than 300,000 people at all locations. Yes. And look at our PR report. Right now in Facebook, we have more than 500,000 followers, and our website accessed by 1 million people annually. Well, this is a good example of how we dedicate to the occasion. For example, 2 years ago, actually last year, before the announcement of the discovery of this phosphine compound in the atmosphere of Venus, we prepare the information and prepare for the release of the news, because we got an embargo information from our friends outside of Thailand a few days before the event, the announcement. And we did this at the same time very successfully on our Facebook. More than 4 million people accessed our information on this phosphine, discovery of phosphine on Venus. And if you calculate social media engagement rate using this method from the mentioned website down here, you see that after 1 hour after announcement, when compare NARIT to other astronomy institute and media, we were very far ahead of those with a very immaculate preparation. And yes, even when compared to the local media in Thailand, a week after the announcement, NARIT still ahead of the rest in the country, and it's worth mentioning that those national media also shared our content that we prepare. Well, I think that's a good example within the 10 minutes that I did this talk. We looking forward to working with you around our friends around the world. Understand that even though we have this COVID-19 pandemic, in the future it's got to end, and we're looking forward to seeing you face to face, and we'd like to invite you to come to NARIT, and we can share experience and information on how to work in astronomy. And during this CAP 2021, I'd like to invite you to attend or to listen to the other presentations given by our staff as well. Anyway, thank you very much for today. We hope that you all stay safe from the pandemic and be healthy. Thank you very much.